Hi students, welcome to Alphos e-learning chemistry classes for second year. The running chapter is organic chemistry and now we are in session number 27. In previous session we completed the preparations of alcohols from different substrates like alkenes, alkyl halides and then carbonyl compounds, carboxylic acids and acid derivatives like esters. All these we completed. And now we have to move into the properties of alcohols. And here in this session I am going to cover the physical properties to some extent, and then the chemical properties. During chemical properties, first of all we have to understand the acidic nature of these alcohols and a comparative study of these acidic strengths of alcohols and phenols with that of water, and then we will go for the chemical properties. Clear? And now here the properties, that is nothing but physical properties of alcohols. So alcohols, here we have to discuss only two different aspects. One is nothing but the boiling points first of all, and then related to solubility of these hydroxy compounds. Okay, and boiling points. Generally boiling point is depending on the intermolecular attractions. More the molecular attractions, more will be the boiling point, is it not? And now in case of alcohols, as the number of carbons in alkyl group increase, that is carbon number increase, boiling point increase. That is low when compared to lower members, higher members are having more boiling point. It is nothing but only because of intermolecular attractions. Clear? And now if the same number of carbons present, then boiling point is inversely related to branching. Say for example, if we are considering butanol, it may be straight chain like this, one butanol, and then it may be isobutyl alcohol like this, or it may be tertiary butyl alcohol like this. In these three cases, if we observe, here less branching, here somewhat branching is increasing, and in this case still more branching. And just you observe, as the branching increase, it is of now converting into spherical, and that is nothing but surface area is decreasing when compared to this. And because of that, with increasing the branching, boiling point decrease. As the surface area decreases, automatically we know intermolecular attractions also decrease. More the surface area, more closing the molecules will be, and more the boiling point. But as the surface area decreases, it is nothing but because of the branching. Clear? And that's why the boiling point of the molecule decreases with increasing the branching. It is observed only when with the same number of carbons, all these. But in case if different number of carbons, directly we have to depend on the number of carbons that present in the molecule, not on branching. Clear? And now coming to the next one. If it is alcohol, if this alcohol comparison of boiling point with other molecules like ethers we may compare, or we may compare with alkanes, like that. In case if we are we can compare with the alkyl halides, that is nothing but comparable molecular weights, when almost very close comparable molecular weights. In such a case, alcohols are found to have more boiling points compared to the others. The reason is nothing but only alcohols are able to form intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular H bonding is possible in alcohols, whereas in other hydrocarbons or ethers or alkyl halides, no such intermolecular hydrogen bonding formation is observed. And because of this intermolecular hydrogen bonding, when compared to the other hydrocarbons or other organic compounds of comparable molecular weights, that means almost all equal molecular weight. Alcohols are found to have more boiling point compared to the other. The reason is, just you remember, intermolecular hydrogen bonding. And the same intermolecular hydrogen bonding now in its solubility is also useful in finding the solubility. Actually, solubility, all these alcohols, because of OH bond, are able to form hydrogen bonding like this. This is nothing but intermolecular hydrogen bonding, and in similar hydrogen bonding it is also able to form with water, even with water, like solvent, water or some other solvents, say for example acids, or but actually when they are treated with acids they may react, but actually in this type of protic solvents they are able to form intermolecular hydrogen bonding. As the hydrogen bonding capacity is more, alcohols are more soluble in water. Not only alcohol, carboxylic acids are also able to dissolve much more in water. The reason behind is nothing but their capability to form intermolecular hydrogen bonding with solvent. Clear? And even phenols are also able to form hydrogen bonding. That's why this solubility. But here you remember, solubility decreases with increase in number of carbons. That is, solubility is inversely related to molecular weights. The reason is nothing but, as if we are comparing this, say for example ethyl alcohol and then propyl alcohol and then if it is butyl alcohol, like that, when the number of carbons increases in this molecule, just you remember this part OH is polar group, and thereby it can be able to form intermolecular hydrogen bonding with the solvent, whereas this is hydrophobic group. Hydrophobic means they are not interested to mingle or to dissolve or to come in contact with the water, because they are non-polar part of the molecule. And when non-polar part of the molecule increase, automatically drastically the polarity decrease, thereby the hydrogen bonding capacity will decrease, and hence as the carbon number increase, that is the molecular weight increase, solubility of that alcohol or that phenol in water decreases. The reason is nothing but hydrophobic part. Phobic means hating. Hating means it is not interested to come in contact with the water. Clear? And because of that nature in this branching, that is in this hydrocarbon part, the solubility decreases. Clear? That is about the boiling points and solubility of alcohols. And now coming to the properties, that is acidic nature of alcohol. Alcohols, they are exhibiting acidic nature, and this acidic nature is only because of the electronegativity of oxygen, and because of the more electronegativity, it is of having the tendency to attract the bonded electrons between oxygen and hydrogen, and that makes this to release that H plus. And a proof for this is nothing but when these alcohols are treated with more reactive first A group elements like hydrogen, sodium, it is of able to form alkoxide, sodium alkoxide releasing hydrogen. It is the best proof. That means they are protic solvent or protic acids. The protic that is they release H plus. It is only because of the oxygen more electronegativity. Clear? And now when compared to these phenols acidic strength is more. The reason is nothing but in phenol the lone pair of oxygen is involved in conjugation with benzene ring, and because of that involvement this oxygen is temporarily felt some sort of electron deficiency, and because of this electron deficiency it is ready to release hydrogen, or otherwise we can say in another manner, after releasing hydrogen this phenol is now converted to phenoxide, and this phenoxide ion is more resonance stabilized compared to phenol. When it is free electrons are involved in conjugation without any positive charge on oxygen, that conjugation, say for example, if it is this lone pair is donated to this and it will be shifted to this, and thereafter it will be shifted to this, and thereafter, like that, 4 conjugative structures will be assumed. In all these 4, oxygen is either negative in one, and the remaining there is no negative charge. But in this case, in all the 3 conjugative structures, oxygen is supposed to have positive charge, and because of more electronegative atom having positive charge, this phenol, where hydrogen is still bonded with this oxygen, is less stable compared to phenoxide. And now when phenoxide is more stable, as a rule we know acidic strength is directly related to the stability of the conjugate base. Here phenoxide is conjugate base of phenol. Conjugate base, it is nothing but from ionic equilibrium. After releasing H plus, the remaining part of the acid molecule is known as conjugate base. Is it not? Phenol, this is acid, and this one, after releasing H plus, it is forming phenoxide. This is conjugate base of phenol. This is conjugate base. And when it is more stable, the acidic nature or acidic strength is directly related to stability of conjugate base. So as phenoxide is more stable, it is more acidic, and whereas in case of this RO minus, here there is no such type of conjugation, just more electronegative oxygen is having the negative charge. That is the only criteria, and there is no conjugation, and hence alkoxides are less stable compared to phenoxide, and hence all the alcohols are less acidic than phenol. Clear? And one more comparison is with water. When comparing with water, alcohols generally they are, except one alcohol, that is nothing but methanol. Except methanol, that is CH3OH, all the remaining alcohols are, that is ROH, like CH3, CH2OH, or CH3, CHOH, CH3, or CH3, CH3, CH3OH. Now if you observe, this is methanol, and it is primary alcohol, it is secondary alcohol, and it is tertiary alcohol. And just you remember, dear students, acidic strength is directly proportional to electron withdrawing group power. You should know electron withdrawing group power, and acidic strength is directly proportional to number of electron withdrawing groups. Acidic strength is inversely related to distance of electron withdrawing group. That means altogether electron withdrawing groups promote acidic strength, whereas electron donating groups decreases acidic strength. Just you remember, it is already, I think you learned in your junior inter. Again, to have a recall of all those concepts, I am giving this information. And now acidic strength, it is inversely related to electron donating group power, and acidic strength is inversely related to number of electron donating groups, and acidic strength is directly related to distance of electron donating group. So when electron donating groups present, the acidic strength of the alcohols will decrease. Clear? And now in this case, this is plus I group, that is donating group, and this is plus I group, and it is also plus I group. And as we know, the plus I power is directly related to number of carbons in alkyl group. So here when compared to primary, secondary is having more plus I, and thereby acidic strength decrease. When compared to secondary, tertiary is having still more plus side group power, and hence it is still less acidic strength. Altogether, when we arrange all these, here methanol is more acidic than water, and it is more acidic than primary alcohol, and it is more acidic than secondary, and it is more acidic than tertiary. That is, simply you can say that tertiary alcohols are the weakest acids among the alcohols. Clear? And now one more, that is nothing but phenol. When compared to all these, phenol is of more acidic, even it is more acidic than methanol. The reason is nothing but the phenoxide, after releasing H plus, the formed conjugate base phenoxide is stabilized. But the stability is nothing but because of the conjugation, and because of such conjugation the phenoxide is more stable. As the conjugate base of phenol, which is nothing but phenoxide, is more stable, phenol is assumed to have more acidic strength. Like that you have to consider. Here acidic strength is nothing but stability of conjugate base. Here acidic strength is decreasing because of plus I power. Plus I is nothing but electron donating power, and as the electron donating power increases, the acidic strengths of the acids will decrease. Not only in alcohols, in any acid group, when any compound is supposed to have acidic strength, that acidic strength can be imagined by the presence, by the nature of the substituent present in that molecule. If any electron donating group present, automatically the acidic strength will decrease, and whereas electron withdrawing groups when present, then acidic strength of that compound will increase. Clear? That is about the acidic natures of all these different alcohols and phenols, and already it is covered in junior inter, but again that too one more in GOC, in beginning sessions of the second year GOC also we are having much discussion on these acidic strengths. Just in case if you require any more details, you can go through those videos. Clear? And now coming to chemical properties of alcohols. Chemical properties of alcohols. Sorry. Here, first of all, let me list out all different properties that are possible from the alcohols, and what are different reagents that we can use. And after learning all these lists, in next coming session I will explain each and every one through mechanism, if any. Clear? And now it is first one, the properties due to OH bond cleavage. This OH bond is breaking, that is H plus is released, and this type of reaction we can observe, it is reactions with metals like more electropositive metal like sodium, potassium, aluminum, magnesium, and so on. Like this, with more electropositive metals, alcohols can react. And next one is reactions with acids and acid derivatives. That is nothing but it is with carboxylic acids, and next acid chlorides, and then with acid anhydrides. With this type of compounds, these alcohols are reacting by breaking this OH bond. Clear? And now this is first type, and second category is nothing but properties due to COH, that is CO bond cleavage. And these alcohols tend to release this. It is nothing but simply we can say that it is elimination. mostly this will happen in eliminations, and this elimination may be carried out with protic acids like H2SO4 concentrated, or it may be with H3PO4 concentrated, or it may be with ZnCl2 anhydrous, or it may be Al2O3, or with P2O5, like that. And one more reaction here is OH is replaced by the other, that is nothing but SN reactions. We can assume from this it is with PX3 or HX with HX. With all these we can imagine the properties due to bond cleavage between carbon and oxygen. Clear? And next one is nothing but due to dehydrogenation. It is nothing but here. Third category is due to conversion of CHOH, this one and this one, that is both OH and CH bonds will cleave, and it is getting into C double bond O like this. It is nothing but one type of oxidation, reaction it is. And these oxidation reactions, sometimes it is of by using oxidizing agents, where oxidizing agents two types. One is nothing but strong oxidizing agents like KMnO4, acid medium, in acid medium, or like KMnO4 in basic medium under heat. This is strong oxidizing agent. And next CrO3 or PCC, these are considered as moderate oxidizing agents. And just you remember, moderate oxidizing agents, when the reaction is with strong oxidizing agents, just CHOH will be oxidized to acid groups, just you remember, with strong oxidizing. Whereas with weak oxidizing agents, this CHOH is converted to carbonyl group. That is the major difference between these two. When it is strong oxidizing agent, it will be the alcohol will be oxidized up to the acid, and in case if it is of weak moderate oxidizing agent, then the alcoholic group will be converted to carbonyl group. But just you remember, both carbonyl groups as well as the acid groups are more oxidized than alcohol. Already we know alcohols are less oxidized compared to carbonyl, and they are less oxidized than carboxylic acids. From the beginning we learned that, is it not? And here this type of reactions we can assume from the oxidations. So with all these reagents, how they are reacting, what are the products, what is the elimination, in case if elimination is created, how the elimination will take place, all these mechanisms we have to discuss. And I will discuss in the next coming session regarding the properties of these alcohols with each and every reagent, how they are reacting, or if any principle involved in that reaction mechanism, we have to discuss that one also. Clear? Thank you.